Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and this mess on my desk is going to become a post-it note holder. So I had this image and I colored it and I put a little bit of sparkle on it using my stickles, and I just thought it was really cute, and it reminded me of me and one of my besties, and I wanted to make her a little post-it note holder. So this is for my friend Lisa, who I know loves things like this, so I know that she will really appreciate it. And this could be me and her, but she kind of has brown hair too, so I was almost thinking I need to make her have brown hair, but it can be any little kids. It's fine. It looks so cute. And I love how I colored them kind of mismatchy, but they kind of match too. Like I gave them the same shoes, and they just they have on the same kind of a skirt and then colored shirts, which is so something that I would do with my friend when I was young. So that's how, heck, I'd probably do it now. That's how I came about the colors for this. And then, so I colored this before I knew what I was going to do with it. And then I have this cardstock that I had gotten at Hobby Lobby recently, and I thought that it matched this blue perfectly, and then I kind of liked it all together. So I needed to find a large post-it notes, or I needed to find large post-it notes, because the smaller ones, you know, that are this big, this image is too big really to go on it. So I thought that this would be a better size, and it might be a little nicer for her to have a little bigger. And I don't really know which way to put it. I think I'm gonna have it open. I guess I need to decide that first. I think I'm gonna have it open this way. So I don't know the dimensions that we're gonna need. We're just gonna do this together. So I'm going to put this on my mat, and it's nice having a mat that has measurements on it. So this is, and it doesn't matter how many inches it is, I'm just going to figure out where I need to put this. So, I mean, it doesn't matter that this starts at 4. I mean, I could move it over, obviously, but I just am trying to check the inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches wide should do it. So I'm going to go 5 1/4 inches wide, and then it is, let me put this on an inch starting this way. So I'll go 5 1/4. I might need to shorten it a little bit, but we'll see. And it's 3 inches tall, so I need to score it at 3 inches, and then this is probably about 1/4 inch, and if it's not, I can take a little bit off because it looks like it's a little more than 1/4 inch. Okay, so I said 5 1/4 inches, which might be a little bit long, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it at 5 1/4 inches, and then let's see how much longer, whoops, that is. So this is going to be my base color, and I don't really want it sticking out a lot, so I can trim that down a little bit. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it to figure out where I want to cut it. Actually, I think 5 inches would be a little better, so I'm just going to go 5 1/8, just because, again, I don't want to make it too small. I'd rather it be a little too wide than too short. And it's going to depend on what size your post-it notes are for your project. Yes, that is perfect. It gives me just a tiny bit of a lip on each side. And then I am going to need, and I'm just going to put it in here and score it this way. That will make even more sense. So let me get my little bone folder, and I'm going to put this where I want it to be scored. And then I think that's right. Yes. So I'm going to just score it there. And then what I can do is put this up like this, butt it up against the score line, and then score it again. So then it will go all the way around like that. I'm going to go ahead and fold it just to make sure that I'm thinking right. And then I want this to go the same. Oh, I'm just kind of folding it and it's kind of working. So let me, I'll give it a score line so it'll fold nicely. And then I'm going to fold it up and give it another score line. And then I will trim it. I don't want it, so I'm going to cut this. I'm going to do a pretty edge to it. So that will be the side that it closes on. And this will go around, let me fold these. So this will go around like that. And I want it to go about, I don't know, 3/4 or so, maybe, like to right there, I guess. So let's see here. If I want it to go about 3/4, that's about right about there. All right, so let's trim that off. And now it's going to look like this, but actually it will fold like this, and that will be the inside. This is going to be the inside of it, and I'm going to put a Velcro closure, but I'm going to make this edge decorative. So let's go ahead and put this up. I'll need it to cut the other pieces, but for now, let's put that up. And I got out these dies to use. These are Spellbinders card creator dies, and I'm just going to pick out an edge that I like, and I can kind of see them here too. So let's see. I think I kind of like that one, this one right here. So I need that, and then I also need this one to actually cut that edge. So I'm also going to get a piece of Post-it tape. Which is this, and it's like tacky, but it's not super sticky, and it won't stick on anything. It's a great thing to have in your repertoire if you are a crafter or a card maker. And I'm going to grab my Big Shot. And every time I say that, I think of that Billy Joel song. Oh, oops, I'm just trying to get that out of the way. Alright, so I want to trim the big edge, or the longer side. So I'm going to put these face down, and I'm going to just eyeball it to center it. And the bad thing for me is getting it straight along the edge. So you know what I might do? I might take a pencil and outline this one. And then look at it and see if I think that that's straight. Holy cow, I think it's pretty straight. How did I do that? All right. Blind squirrel finds a nut, huh? Okay, so now that I have that down, I'm going to also try not to wreck it and put this down. Oh, I just wrecked it. Okay, let's try that again. Let's move the paper so it's straight. Those are on the line. Now this is together. Now I'm going to take my tape and just tape that down, and then I need to put my topper on it. And roll it on through. Hey, and it didn't sound like bones breaking this time. Sometimes it does. Now I can take that off, and I can reuse this. And so this one, this little one cuts the page. but this one embosses it and makes the pretty design. So I'll just take those pieces out. I might need a little poker tool to get those out, the little small ones. And I think that looks pretty cool. All right, awesome. And I think that's all I need of my big chest. I'm just going to put that back on the floor. And then I'm going to put my die cuts away before I lose them, because I would hate to lose them. I'm very anal about putting these things away. All right, so now what do I need? I'm going to fold this actually the other way and use my bone folder, because that was the front technically. All right, so let's see how this looks. Put this in here, this closes, perfect. Just like perfect. And then this gives me enough room still above here to put my Velcro closure onto here. But I want these to have decorative edges to match this edge, and since I used the punch that kind of looks like, or the die cut that kind of looked like that, I'm going to use this one on this. This punch is goofy, but I've had it for years. So see how it did the edge like that? Hopefully you can see that. And then, so that will be really cute. Just like perfect. And I need to measure these to see how big I need my paper to go on top of it here and there. And now that I'm thinking about it, if I have my paper on there, I might need to cut a little bit of them off. You know what? I'm going to cut her hair off. That's sticking up. That will help a little bit. Just give her a little haircut and nobody will even know. Okay, she actually fits pretty well right there. So, I'm gonna lose some of that decorative edge though doing it this way, because I need to mount them on some blue cardstock. So I'm going to do that first. Let me go ahead and get that started. I'm going to mount them on the blue cardstock, and then I'm going to put some of the pretty cardstock on top of this. I think that will work. Okay. So I'm just going to use my art glitter glue, which I love, and glue these little girls down on the solid cardstock. And of course you can insert any image, any paper, whatever. It obviously does not have to be what I'm doing. And then, I don't know if this is a big enough, tall enough. That's okay, I'll just make it work. So I'm just gluing them down to that. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to fussy cut around. And I want a border though. I want to be able to see that they're on this blue paper. So I'm just cutting her out. Sorry, I'm not talking. I am concentrating. I have my tongue sticking out and everything. So you know it's serious. All right, so now what I'm going to do is measure this and then cut out a piece to go right on top of this and on the bottom of this, I think. At least on the top. So let me do the top first and then I'll maybe do the bottom. So I know that this was 5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 5 inches. And then this is 1, 2, 3 inches. And I don't need 3 inches, but I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do 3 inches just to give myself enough. What did I do with that edge? I'm going to give myself 3 inches just to make sure that I have enough. I'm going to cut this side first and then I may put cardstock on that side too. I just don't know how it will look yet. So I lied, I do need my big shot again. And I'm going to use this as a template to know where I need to put this. And I'm going to use the exact same two. I left the little blue things in there. Oops. Ah. I don't know why I'm stinking at this. Okay, put that there. Put that there, put that there. Put that there, and the topper. Sandwich it in. Cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. Let me take this over to the trash can, get those little things out. Oops, there's still one there. There we go. So now that's clean. I can put this away. And this away. And let me poke out all of these. I'm going to do that over the trash can too. Oh goodness, I think I am. It didn't do a very good job of poking those out this time. So, just kind of showing you guys what I'm doing here to help it out a little bit. I don't know why it didn't cut that very well. Alright, so there we go. Let's throw those in the trash. Ooh, moved everything. Alright. So I can put that down here. I'm going to have a little bit of a lip at the top. As you can see, maybe I'll put a ribbon on that. And then these guys will go here. And I'm thinking I may need to put a piece of this down here. Yeah, I think that would look better. So I'm going to go ahead and cut another piece that's 5 inches by, let me measure this one. Where's my handy dandy ruler? Luckily I have way more than one. So 2 and 1, 2, 3/8. 2 and 3/8. And it's already at 5 one of these ways. This is 5. So 2 and 3/8. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. No, that's not 3/8. That's 4/8 would be half. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't know if that's right. Frustrating. I may have made it just a little too long. If I did, I can go back. Of course I did. So I was right the first time. 2 and 1, 2, 3. So we'll see if that works. And if not, we can just cut a smidge off each time. Yeah, it works, but I'm going to do just a smidge more. I want it to be just a little bit shorter. This should do it. Yes, that will do it. And then so I'm going to, and while I'm at it, I'm just going to cut this down to size 2, which it's almost there. I'm going to do a 1/4 of an inch off. I'm just making it up now so I can cover the back. Yes, that looks good. All right. So that smaller piece that I did, I want to punch that one out as well on the top too. And I need a drink of my coffee. And I need a scrap piece of white paper so I can stamp on it. But first, let's go ahead and build this. I'm going to put glue all around that because I want that to stay down. Getting the edges, the little corners. Just putting it straight down. And I will do the same with this one. Being careful to get the corners. And I thought I had little magnets, and I probably do somewhere, but I couldn't find them quickly. But a magnet would be cool too. But I'm going to use Velcro. But if I were doing a magnet, I would need to do that now before I put this down on both sides. But since I am doing Velcro, that needs to go last. So then I'm just going to layer this on top, matching up the design like that. So hopefully you guys can see that design and how it matches up perfectly. Yay! Okay, so now I want to put my little girls on top of this. And I can't decide if I want them to stick up a little bit or if I want it to, I might cut a little bit of their shoes off. Just a little. You might not even be able to tell if I do it right. Okay, let me go ahead and get this stuck on the back. And I'll get the Post-it note in there, and then I'll worry about the girls. And then the last thing we will do is put a little stamp, a little phrase or something. Friends Forever or something like that. If I got out a Friends stamp set. Or I got out a stamp set that has lots of little sayings. There's one that just says friend. That's really cute. I could use that one. Okay, so then for the Post-it note itself, I am going to glue the back. And I'm going to glue it pretty good. But with this glue, you don't want to use too much, but I'm just going to put this right down in the middle and make sure that it closes. All right, and as that's doing that, I'm going to get out my piece of Velcro. And you could see how a magnet would be cool right there. Click. But I have plenty of Velcro that I ordered from Amazon, and I'm kind of thinking I might just use a half of one because the Velcro is so tight, and this is such a small little thing. I don't want to break the, what am I trying to say here, people? I don't want to tear the paper because the Velcro is so strong. So what I'm going to do is take my fuzzy side and my other side and stick them together. And then I'm going to try to cut it in half. All right. And without trying to play with it too much, I'm going to put this down like that in the middle, or what looks like the middle. Close enough. And put that back down on the top. Then close it. And maybe I should have moved it down a little. Maybe I should have done it on this side. Oops. Let's try that one more time. Okay, I'm going to put it here. And, well, it's going to be a little crooked. That's just the way it's going to be, because I don't want to mess with it anymore. Okay, so there and there. So put it on the flap. And then I'm pulling it so that it'll be kind of tight. There you go, isn't that cute? And then let's put these little girls on here. And gosh, I almost like it better without the little girls. Let me see, let me find a stamp that I want to use. Friends to the End. That's the one. And see, I think that would be cute with this. Then I could put this like over here. Okay, I'm doing it. All right, I have this. I need to get my basic black. And I'm going to cut this out so I don't really care where it's at. So I am going to just stick it on this instead of getting out my ink pad or inker. Friends to the End. I wouldn't recommend that. Use your poly photomeyer block, but I like to live dangerously. And I'm not going to eyeball cutting this. I am going to cut it hopefully pretty straight. Do that. I have one of those Stamp-A-Majigs from Stampin' Up! From a long time ago. I don't even know that they're sold anymore, but I could use that because those were handy. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It like helped you place things straight on your paper so that the wording was straight or whatever. Yeah, I didn't do a great job on this. That's like a little cockeyed, but you know what? So am I. And I'd like the corners to be rounded. I wonder if I can do that with this little piece of paper. Or am I going to ruin it? I think I did it. Okay, I'm even kind of wondering if I shouldn't layer white behind this. That way it'd be okay, I'm going to try that just to see. Then it wouldn't be like you were pulling on their little legs because they would fall off, I betcha. So if I layered it with white underneath it, just got really close. And then I could do those edges too, like, oh, what's it called? I just did it, round the edges. I don't like that sticking up like that. Okay, I think I have an idea. We're going to try it and see what it looks like. I am going to stick this down, paying close attention to get it really close on the legs for sure. And then down. And then I'm going to line this up, and I'm going to find a spot somewhere in here. Let's go with this little notch there and there. And that's my point that I'm going to start cutting in and just giving a little bit of a border. And I'm going to trim a little bit more off the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and go in 1/4 of an inch. All right, and then I'm going to open this up. Like that. So I only want glue on this top part. I'm going to need that for this too. Actually, I think I might use a pop dot for that. Or should I make it stand up? I'm trying to think how I would want it in my purse, if I carried it in my purse, or if, you know, she might keep this on her desk, I don't know. In my head I was thinking of my purse, but let's say it's on your desk. So let's go ahead and pop dot this up just a little bit. And then goodness, why am I having such a hard time getting those off? So friends to the end. And let me try to find the end of this twine. I want to wrap this around twice and then tie it in a bow. So there's once and twice. And I'll cut this off. this way, put this way. Tie in a knot and then tie it in a bow. And then throw it over your shoulder like a continental soldier. No, don't do that. And then you can trim off the edges wherever you want them. And now we have a final project. Isn't that cute? Friends to the end, and you can open it up. And I'm going to glue this down because I don't feel like it's going to stick very well. And there's the Post-it notes. So, yay! I shouldn't have peeled it off, but I done did. I could have just used a full one, but I really didn't want to because these are so sticky. I didn't want it to rip the paper. Or so strong holding. So that is that. I'm not going to close it right yet because if I do, it will surely come off. So I'll just put that in there so you guys can see the finished project. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Guys, I thought of something else, so I thought that I would show you what I'm doing. I just found a cute flower stamp, and I am just going to stamp on some of the pages in here. And I might just skip a few, and I don't know though, it's kind of fun. And I could do double stamping. That just to give it a little something, and it's not very invasive, so she can write over it. So yeah, I'm gonna just do this. Oops, I missed one. You wouldn't have to do every page. I'm kind of a freak when it comes to stuff like this because, I don't know, I want it on every page. But you could even do the first few pages and leave it at that, or you could do one, skip a few, do another, skip a few, you know. Whatever floats your boat, but it's really not a big deal. And you can see it's not taking me too long to just do every page. And I think it just makes it that much, I don't know, better. It like makes it a little jazzier. And I'm going to show you something else I did at the front. Where I did the Friends Forever, I took a marker that was the same color as this blue, and I just colored the edge to help make it stand out a little bit. I guess I can show you that instead of making you guys watch all of this, but I'm in it now. Let me put this down here. Oh, there. Or you could even use a stamp pad or a Post-it pad that has a decoration on it, which would be cute. I was just wanting a bigger pad. So mine just happened to just be yellow, and I got it from the Dollar Tree. It came with 2 or 3 of them. I don't even remember. I actually had it in my stash. We're getting there. These are like stuck. The last one. Okay, so now there's just a little decoration on each one, and I took a blue marker and highlighted around the edge, and I also rounded those edges. So there we go. Now it is complete. No, it's not. I am going to put a rhinestone, I'm deciding, on the friends to the end. And I'm just looking at my different colors to see which color I want. Any color will work, actually. I'm going to use this green one, I think. There we go. Now I'm done. Yay! So thanks for watching again, and yeah, it's for my best friend, so she's gonna love it, and I need to make it as good as I can get it, because I love her. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.